Oh yes, we are doing it. Absolutely, I had to. You all know there's a sample kit of a popular line that I'm very interested in. You know I was gonna pick it up. This is the FORVR Mood Discovery Set that is newly released from Aina, of course. And I have some thoughts about these fragrances, as I always do. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here. Yes, we are talking FORVR Mood. This collection just launched this month, early April. In fact, it launched right in time for the Sephora sale, as well as on their website FORVR Mood. But most importantly, with it being a new brand, you all know this about me. I am a sampler. I love a discovery set. I like to purchase samples if I can because I don't really like to blind buy. I don't care what the brand is. I don't care who it is because yeah, we just don't know. Particularly when we're talking about a new brand, I've never smelled anything from y'all. I gotta get a discovery set first. So that's just my personal take on it. So alas, I saw that they offered a discovery set, which thank you for recognizing that some of us like to sample first, Jackie. And I purchased this here discovery set. I purchased this before the sale. I purchased this last week before everything jumped off, and I was able to get it in time because I knew this was gonna sell out immediately just with all the buzz and discourse about the fragrances, which we'll talk more about that later on in the video. The discovery set, you all, I thought it was fairly priced. It's only $24 and all 4 of the fragrances are in there. But ooh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Lipstick of the day today, everyone. I decided to rock a red. That's how I'm feeling. And this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is Royal Red. Definitely check that out right there. Y'all know I love me a good blue-based red. And as always, details on the face will be in the description box below as always, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and this is from Memo Paris, and this is Île du Mel. Basically, if you like gardenia and hyacinth, this is for you. I am enjoying this. Such a beautiful floral fragrance for spring. And that again is from Memo Paris, and it is Île du Mel is your fragrance of the day. And now back to the discovery set. So it comes with all 4 fragrances in there, and this is what they look like. Right here, nice size amounts. And for those that may be wondering, yes, the samples are actual spray bottles. And I was very pleased with that because I hate dabbers with a passion. If you say your sample is a dabber, I don't want it. I'm not buying it. So these are actual sprayers, and it's a nice amount of juice, more juice than I expected. So kudos for that. Again, $24 for all 4 scents. This is what the inside of the pack looks like. It has the little slot where each sample was, and of course what the bottles look like. I will display pictures of the bottles as I go through them and give you all my thoughts on these fragrances. So quick disclaimer, I have worn these fragrances on skin, so yes, I know they smell like on paper as well as on me, and I've allowed them to really sit and wear and mesh with my body chemistry. So now, let's get into it. So first up, we gotta start with the one that was announced first. We got to. Arguably the one I feel like is the most popular in my opinion. This is I Am Her, the pink one. So here it is, I Am Her. And okay, notes wise, let's talk about it. There's one thing I do like too. They put the notes inside of the discovery kit, so I don't have to look for it. So we have key notes of red velvet, pear, and raspberry. And let me tell you what I get. For me, it is the raspberry note, and I gotta say, this was a love at first sniff. And I also think there's a little bit of oud at the base of this one too. It's like a softer oud. So think fruity oud is what I'm getting. Yeah, this is definitely giving fruity oud. So, and let me tell you, when I first smelled this one, it was a love at first sniff, for sure. I come to realize I like the note of raspberry, so this one definitely stood out for me. Okay, y'all, so I went on her website, and I'm not crazy. Yes, there is oud in the base of this fragrance. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't making that up, so yes. Raspberry and oud for sure. The pear comes out eventually over time as I continue to wear it over skin, but for me, it is raspberry and oud. And this one to me is given when I'm kind of feeling myself. I would actually wear this on date night because it has a little bit more oomph, in my opinion. So I Am Her, is this a yes or a no? To me, this is a yes. And I want to know too, the full size bottles are $79, which I think is an excellent price point. Anything under $100 at this point is a win, and its full size bottle is 50 ml, so that sounds good to me. Again, that is I Am Her. So the next one is actually one I wasn't really gonna check for because note-wise it's not really my profile, but alas, hey, this is why we sample and discover. So the next one we have is Hard to Get, aka the yellow bottle. And it has key notes of lemon, jasmine, and vanilla frosting. And also like some whipped vanilla in here. So this was like the gourmand one. So think lemons and gourmandy. That's kind of how it's written up and how it's been explained to me. Let me tell you what I got. Hard to get literally smells like lemon cake to me. It smells like lemon cake, and let me say this, it's not too sweet. And the first thing I wanted to compare it to was Casa Morati's Lyra. It does not smell like Lyra to me. The second fragrance I would even compare it to would be Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, which you all know I think that fragrance is way too sweet for me, but it's still in that lemony, sugary realm. That one is way too sweet to me. Lyra did nothing for me. Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion was too much. To me, for the lemon pound cake profile, hard to get, it's done just right. This is done just right. It's not too thick. It ain't too sweet. I like this. I do. I like this, and honestly this one shocked me the most because I was prepared to dislike this one the most just because me and that scent profile just don't get along, but I like this. I do, and it really surprised me. So hard to get is an absolute yes, because anytime a profile you don't like wins you over, that means it's really good. So hard to get, I do really like this one a lot. This is a yes. The next one we're gonna talk about, this one is called You Remind Me. Now to me, just what I saw in the bottle, You Remind Me is the prettiest to me, just because it's apricots and white florals. And I want to say there's some other notes in here too. Let me check. Yes, apricot skin, orange blossom, and sensual musk is what they have on their official website. So I'm like, okay, You Remind Me, just based on how the bottle looks, and we talk about clean musk, this is going to be a clean scent, a clean your skin but better type of scent, which I love those. So let's get into it. Absolutely, this is a clean musk scent. So what they've said it is what you get. I don't get as much of the apricot as I would like. I wish that was stronger. I really don't get as much orange blossom either. This one is truly like toned down. So if you're a person that say works in like the medical field, or you work in an office setting very close by near a lot of people, this would be great for you. Or if you're a person that likes fragrance but you don't want to wear anything that's too strong, it might give you a headache, this is for you. This is for you like it clean, you like it dainty. This is for that person. I like this. This will also be good because of the fact there is a slight fruitiness to it. Again, I wish it was more amped up. This would be good. It's like an airplane scent headed to your vacation this summer. This would be really good for that. I like it. I like it because everything doesn't have to be loud. Everything doesn't have to be knocking you in the face. So You Remind Me, she is cute. She smells exactly like I thought she would smell. Again, I just wish the fruit was more pronounced in it. And that again is You Remind Me. And now the last one, just the way this one was kind of hyped up and talked about, this is supposed to be that girl too. So NDA is the last one, which is the purple bottle. So NDA, it has tobacco flower, spiced rum, and vanilla bean in here. And there's also a tonka bean in this scent too. When I looked at the full notes, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the opening, when you first spray this, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, and to me, I think it's because it's the rum mixing with that tobacco flower. It's kind of weird. It's like, what's going on? Now, this is one I had to truly let dry down the longest out of all of these on my skin, because I'm like, wait a minute. This can't be what I'm hearing amazing things about, all of that, right? It just can't be. So I had to let this one really dry down because y'all, I was like, what is going on with this opener, right? So then 30 minutes later, well, yes, it took 30 minutes. And then finally the tonka bean came through, more of the tonka bean, and maybe it's like some vanilla came through. And then I was like, okay, now I can do this. But that opening, I was like, no. That opening was the reason why I say sample first. Even if you were able to go in store, which I went in my Sephora recently, and they did have them on display, so you could actually smell them in the store. I do like that. But if you're a person like me that smells so much and you need to take your time with fragrances, I'm glad I had a sample, because NDA, out of all of these, because of the opening, it's a no. It's a no for me. It's my least favorite. So that is my thoughts on these fragrances, and I'm going to rank them real quick for you all to let you know how I really feel about them. So, okay, in the last place spot, in the number 4 spot, I think y'all already know the answer to this. NDA, for sure. NDA, okay, it's getting better. It's just drying down on here. It's getting better, but it's still not, it's kind of one of those fragrances that would have me questioning myself, and I don't need anything that's going to have me questioning myself, like, do I smell good? Am I smell a little weird? That's how I feel about NDA. So that's number 4. In the number 3 spot, number 3 goes to You Remind Me, and it's because of the fact it's so gentle and delicate and tender. I like this. She's cute. Do I necessarily need You Remind Me in my collection? I have so many fragrances that's already in this type of scent profile per se that I don't necessarily need this one. So that's my rationale for it. It's a profile I like, but it's a profile I already have a ton of. So it's in the number 3 spot for that reason. She's cute. She's okay, but I don't necessarily need her. I don't. And then again is the You Remind Me. Now the second place spot, this is where it got hard. Second place has to go to I Am Her. I enjoy this. I like the raspberry. I like the oud in it. I do enjoy this. And I gotta say too, I Am Her is actually the strongest one in my opinion out of all this. But of course it has oud in it, so that's kind of gonna be a given. This is the second place spot. Now this one I will get a full bottle of I Am Her because it's kind of fizzy, but still kind of deep at the same time. So she's fun. She's kind of giving more of the sass that I like out of a fragrance. Okay, I Am Her will be the number 2 spot. And then y'all, I'm really shocked by this. The number 1 spot, I think the best one, in my opinion, the one that I want first would be Hard to Get. Hard to Get, I know, I'm shocked. Because again, it's a scent profile I normally don't gravitate toward. It's a scent profile I normally don't like. I really like this one. And this is one that when I was wearing it to test it out to prepare for this video, I wore this fragrance and all day I just kept getting wafts of lemon cake, wafts of living vanilla. Like I just kept getting it and I was like, okay, I really like this scent because at this point I was past like just the initial sprays. I'm starting to handle other things, answer emails and whatnot, take care of the business. And I'm just like, I smell good. I smell really good. And Hard to Get made me feel like that the most out of these. So for me, and again, I don't have this scent profile in my collection. So out of all of these, I could absolutely justify Hard to Get. So for sure, Hard to Get is the best scent. It's the number 1 to me. So all right, everyone, that wraps up my thoughts on the new fragrances from FORVR Mood. Again, I picked up this here Discovery set. Best decision ever because I like to sample and play in them. And again, it's still a lot of juice left, so I can continue to play in them because once these hit the market, stuff started selling out like ASAP. I want to say on Sephora right now, all of them are completely sold out right now, which of course they're restock in due time. But while I wait, I will continue to play with my samples of particularly that Hard to Get and I Am Her because those 2 are the best to me. So let me know what you think. Have you smelled these fragrances? Did you pick any of them up during the Sephora sale? Let me know in the comments below. How do you rank the fragrances? I definitely want to see it because I know y'all are so opinionated. I know y'all gonna have some thoughts. And oh, last thing I want to say too, I actually like the bottles because I saw them in person. They're cute to me. They like little gemstones. And in my opinion, they look kind of similar to, I want to say Versace bottles. They look very similar to like the Bright Crystal, the Crystal Noir, like that whole line. It's kind of similar to that. So I'm okay with the bottle. I know people are kind of mad at it, but I'm like, yeah, the price point and everything, she did good. And then with the sales and all that happening, getting 20% off, I can't complain. Like I just personally can't complain. I think this is great. I'm happy for the collection. I think this is a solid launch and you can tell there's probably gonna be other collections or other releases too, just based on how the FORVR Mood candles have gone. There are probably more fragrances in the future. So if you're a person that didn't find anything you wanted in this set, knowing Jagger, she probably gonna drop something else. But for initial launch, it's solid. I think it's solid. There's something in here for everybody. I think so. So I think it's good. And again, the price point again, yes. So that is all I have to say about this collection. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.